Spawning in the top right-hand corner of Habitation Station after just tying up the series at 2 each. The Red Zerg player, formerly of Gamania. His name is Sin. I like that WCS camera work, Andre.
Wait, that's you?
Yeah.
I thought it was Adabisi in the house. Oh my goodness.
It's me. Sin's opponent in the top left-hand corner has looked great all day long, but is now 1 game away from elimination. He is Czech. Holy Czech. Both players going for early expansions, although Czech has gone pool before hatch, and Sin has gone hatch before pool. Those are the only real deviations we're seeing, and as I say that, Sin drops the gas and makes me a liar.
He's getting it super fast because he was very scared. He saw the spawning pool with his Overlord and said, oh, this could be an all-in pretty soon here. But then he slowly got a little bit further and said, oh, you don't have your extractor down, so I don't have to worry nearly as much. Yep. And his Overlord should survive out of there. The Queen won't be able to kill it. Nope,
she's going to wish that she were born with metabolic boosts.
Sadly, they are, they're just the slowest. What would you compare a Queen to in terms of a Queen walking off creep? Because I remember Jeff back in the day compared it to a burglar, no, a policeman, a fat policeman catching a really slow burglar. This is back NASL Season 1 days.
That's funny. That's funny. It reminds me of a story one of my police officer friends told me one time about chasing after a criminal, and the criminal ran away from him, and he said that watching the criminal run was beautiful because he ran like a gazelle, and he very majestically leapt over a fence and sprinted away to safety.
So he didn't catch him? No,
he didn't catch him.
Well, that's
but he said it was beautiful watching him run away. He said he ran like an Olympic sprinter.
So it was worth the chase then?
Oh yeah. He referenced the story with a sense of admiration in his voice.
Impressive.
That guy was cool. His name was Sebastian.
Oh, that is just a cool name.
Almost as cool as Napoleon Caviar.
I was just going to say that, Ben. There's no better name than that.
I haven't heard one.
Because there is none. Baneling Nest going down for Mr. Czech.
Yep. And Sin is again going to get his very fast layer that he's been doing, well, more often than not in this series thus far. He's doing it on just 1 gas this time, Andre, which has got me scratching my head a little bit. He needs to add some extractors if he's going to do something with mutas.
Yes. Well, what you can do, when the layer ticks to half, you get your 2nd gas. And then when it ticks to full, you get all of your gases. So you're popping out there with a small amount, or it could be roaches at the same time. You don't want to forget about that. But when the layer is halfway, you would get the roach warren, so that it times out at the perfect time.
Well, it looks like he's doing kind of what you said.
Kind of. Maybe he gets his 3rd gas right now. See, the problem with this is...
more lings than he's made previously. Maybe this is just in reaction to the units he sees crossing the map, though. Czech, in the meantime, getting his own layer. He is coming across with some lings, and he might actually manage to snipe a Queen. That would be very frustrating for Sin. This is great Queen positioning, by the way. I don't know if this is on purpose or on accident.
It's on purpose. This is a very
deliberate Baneling Nest placement.
Yep. Some people like to put their spine crawler actually a little bit to the right to make it kind of like a full
little parking lot.
Yeah,
little Queen garage.
And a lot of spine crawlers going down.
What is Sin seeing that's got him so scared?
He saw the banelings.
Okay.
Nope, I guess he didn't.
Afraid of the same kind of all-in that Czech.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, the Czech.
All right.
Polar Knight.
Spire going down. So I have to question this now. Why get the layer so fast if you're not going to get
Banelings make me so nervous, man.
Yeah, they should, man. Oh my God! How bold!
Wow!
Oh, what? How did that happen?
Surprisingly excellent trades. And Sin's actually going to
Here
wiggle forward with some banelings of his own and might be able to get a Queen snipe here. That's exceptional from Sin, and he's going to get a couple of drone kills as well. So a little bit of Zergling Baneling aggression paying off for our Taiwanese Zerg hero.
I thought the Banelings would be very ineffective, but it turns out one of the Banelings was able to kill the Spinecrawler, so it was all worth it at the end. Yep. Some really good stuff coming out of Sen, but I think it was a little bit serendipitous. It was lucky. Alright, just like stuff in the right position at the right time. There was no fault of his own. You don't agree?
No, I just think that's a great word, and I didn't have an equally great word to add.
Were
to
you
the
trying to one-up
conversation.
me, Ben?
I was just like, wow, that was a great word.
Oh, that was a great word.
Serendipitous, I like it. Good defense here from Sin, actually managing to get every single one of those banelings with minimal losses. Czech is trying very hard to apply some counter pressure here. Streaming across the map constantly with reinforcements. He's getting his own mutas, by the way. Czech adding that Spire under the radar a bit. Sin knows that he has got to hold this third base. This is going to be an instrumental location.
Well said.
Spine crawler is going to need some creep soon.
See, there's your serendipitous. It was able to get that third base up. Mutas pop out and will stabilize the majority of the bases.
Check with the runaround. Perhaps could have gotten up into the main base. Unwilling to commit to it. Muta's out on the map for both players. 8 mutas to 7 is the count right now. Last time we had Muta versus Muta, Sin badly misplayed his hand.
And I think he's doing that right now. He's committing a little bit too much time for his mutas to be chasing overlords. Yes, don't get me wrong, it's very important. You can see what situation Sen is in. 70 out of 70. He cannot macro because of that. But there's a point where you have to take map control.
Man,
you cannot stay like this because you're always going to be dealt damage. Mutas can fly in, fly out, and you're just going to lose an overlord here, lose a drone here, lose a queen here. Not looking good for Sen.
This is very rough indeed as Sin finally able to produce once more. 7 more Mutalisks on the way, queens in production. Spore Crawlers trying to go down, but Sin knows that he can't really fight right now. Has got to get those next mutas out on the map. 13 mutas to 12 if these 7 will hatch. Maybe then he can defend, and that's exactly what he's going to try to do, but Czech's reinforcements showing up at the same time, and Czech was not supply blocked. It means that he enjoys a muta advantage of just 1. But that can be huge in these fights.
Nice
Beautiful micro from Sin, microing back the 2 damaged mutas. And now he's going to give chase. Doesn't want to overextend. 9 mutas to 9 is the count right now. Excellent play from Sin.
Third bases taking damage at the same time. Zerglings running in. Sen trying to keep up but loses another queen. That's okay right now because his income's actually higher than his larva. And especially with constantly losing additional drones. Look at that. 6 drones killed so far. That actually makes a huge difference in ZVZ. 40
harvesters to 41 is the count. Sin is working off of just 2 queens. Where's that second queen? I guess up in the main base? Yeah. You know, one thing that Sin has had is a 5th and a 6th gas, Andre.
That's true.
And that is going to translate to extra mutas over time. He's got 15 to 13 right now. If he can keep this base alive, it is still possible that he might salvage this game. Oh, man, but he's being split up very badly. Muta's going to fly into the main base while Sin is trying to deal with Zerglings in his third base.
Okay, if he gives chase, he's doing a good job. Maybe able to kill 2 mutas.
This is great.
No, just 1 muta so far. And not going to be enough.
But he's got 20 mutas right now to 14, and I'm not sure if Czech has any static defenses back at home. Let's check and see. No, he does not. He's throwing him down and in panic. Sin not going to commit to the fight, though. He's still trying to stabilize at this third base. Notice how there's no mining here anymore.
Yeah.
But he's spotted this expansion, and this is going to make him feel much better, knowing that his opponent has not been working on 6 gases.
It's razor thin right now, but yes, that's what it comes down to, the gases that you were talking about. Still, Sen not able to spend everything
almost as important as your mouse?
It's top 2. Top 2. Has to be top 2 up there, Ben. But I think Sen, he's going to be able to stabilize right now. The income tab showing 40 to 37, so he's not really able to produce off of those geysers just yet, but he has to be so careful because the map control that he loses just hemorrhages units over and over and over again. Will he be able to confront this and win the battle?
This is a good fight for Sin. He's going to get a lot of muta kills here. 2 mutas going down is not a lot, but it's a little. 19 to 21 is the count right now, and Sin's going to continue to give chase. Would love to pick up 1 or 2 more Mutalisks, but instead is going to be forced to turn back. Oh, nice Baneling connection there. That's going to buy Sin a little bit of room to breathe. Income tab, 46 to 44. This is so narrow right now. Sin wants to be mining gas at this base. Czech has finally transferred workers over. Only now is he taking these extractors. Sin wants to continue looking for openings with these mutas. Cannot fight over a Spore Crawler. Spore Crawlers are basically ion cannons. They only shoot mutas.
They'll kill everything in that army, so he has to kind of dodge that as best as possible. But what he does with getting this map control is taking a 4th base, and that's what he kind of desperately wants in this position. Ooh. And whenever you're trying to rally your mutas together,
great. Sin is doing this very well, but he takes a little bit too much damage.
But see how he's like in between bases? A lot of times when you're rallying mutas out of eggs, they'll just fly over the muta ball. So you can pick off a muta here and there. That's what he's trying to do. And it happens all the time because you're hotkeying the emerging mutas into your group already.
This is a little bit opportune, as Sin has identified his opponent's Spire, and he's going to pick it off very easily, and that is a game ender. Czech is going to have to do something about it, and he has caught Sin's mutas in transition, and he's going to get a lot of muta kills, but Sin, with the extra gases, still has the higher mutalist count. Maybe doesn't realize it right now and has taken a lot of damage, but he's going to fall back to his queens, and this is where he'll fight. Sin, with a brilliant game 3, is going to chase Czech back once more, still safe in his 3rd base behind that spine crawler, and now starting to rally some lings across the map. Czech is incapable of producing mutalisks right now for a long time.
Yes,
and
that's
now
a 2-minute timing window that Sen has right now. 100 seconds for the Spire, 27 seconds for the mutas. That means he needs to push out now. Right now, there is a point where if Czech is able to still stabilize, he can still get the same amount of mutas out, but that's going to be really hard. You can see the damage being done. Zerglings stopping additional mining. Spore crawlers are all over the place, though. The mutas don't have an opening at the top.
Yep, but they are looking for any opportunity to strike, and Sin is actually going to content himself to picking off another extractor here, and this is good. It's going to allow him to continue building on his mutalistic advantage, and maybe even he can start picking away at this hatchery, because he does have a 12 muta advantage. Czech cannot engage this at all, and if this hatchery goes down, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Great control here from Sin, picking off mutas 3 at a time. 32 mutas to 17 is the count now. The hatchery goes down, and Sin, what a brilliant game. It looks like Czech was outplaying him in the first half of this first match, but in fact in games 4 and 5 Sin has played out of his mind. 35 mutas to 23, and Sin is going to have the final fight, and with no queens, no spores, nothing supporting, the muta count of Sin will reign supreme. Czech is going to have no choice but to tap out. What a brilliant game. GG.
Wow.
Taiwanese superstar Sin advances to the Premier League